If you're a busy mom in your 40s who's doing all the right things and you still can't lose that extra weight, this is for you. Because if I had to start from scratch today, these are the first 3 things that I would do to actually feel better and start seeing results. We've been told to cut out calories, eat clean, do more cardio. And if you tried that lately, you've probably realized it doesn't work like it used to. Not in this season of life and not with this body, right? And definitely not with your current energy. Because here's what no one talks about. It's not that you're not trying hard enough. It's your body's changed and therefore the rules have too. And so that old approach just doesn't fit anymore. But the good news, you don't have to overhaul everything. You just need to focus on the right things, strategic, doable shifts that actually move the needle. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 habits that I would focus on right away. What I'd eat when I first break my fast, how I'd move, even with 0 time, and the one simple thing that I do to stop the cravings and crashes. These are the exact places I start with my clients, and they work even if you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and totally over it. And if we haven't met, I'm Nikki. I'm a certified coach, mom of 3, and someone who's tried to do everything right, but still ended up inflamed, exhausted, and honestly stuck in a body that didn't feel like mine. And once I stopped chasing that perfection and started using a strategy that actually fit my life and hormones, everything changed. And that's what I want for you too. So before we dive in, make sure to grab my free guide, Break Free from Dieting, and it's going to walk you through 3 small shifts that support fat loss for women over 40 without giving up all of your favorite foods. And you can grab it below. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing that I would change, honestly, is one of the simple, most small shifts, but it makes a massive difference. And that's starting my day with protein when I break my fast. I'm not talking about a couple of egg whites or a splash of collagen in your coffee. I mean 25 to 30 grams of real protein when you first break your fast. Here's why it matters so much. When you're over 40, your body starts to lose muscle more easily, and that muscle loss is going to slow your metabolism. So if you're not eating enough protein, especially early in the day, you're basically starting off with an empty tank. And when you skip it, you're more likely to crave sugar and carbs all afternoon or overeat at night and feel wired but tired and crash by 3 p.m. Sound familiar? I know, that was me, right? And here is something that most women don't realize. After 40, your body becomes less responsive to protein. I know. So that means you actually need more of it to maintain that muscle and support fat loss. Most women in midlife need at least 100 grams of protein a day, and ideally 25 to 30 grams per meal, okay, to help protect their metabolism. Look, 100 grams sounds like a lot. 25 to 30 grams can sound like a lot or feel like a lot, but when you start to work it in strategically, it's not. This is about making sure that your body has what it actually needs to function in your body right now, in this season of life, when you're going through all those hormonal changes. It's really about fueling your body smarter. And protein is not going to just help you with your muscles, but it's going to help stabilize your blood sugar. It actually helps curb those cravings, and it helps your body hang on to that precious muscle that you absolutely need for fat loss. So here's what I want you to think about this looking like in real life, okay? By the way, 2 eggs, not gonna cut it. That's only 12 grams of protein. So you need more than that. So you can have eggs, but pair that with additional turkey sausage and maybe an avocado. You want to have maybe a really good high quality protein shake. My favorite is Just Ingredients, and I'll link that below. Maybe you add some berries and some flaxseed, right? You want to have Greek yogurt maybe with some hemp seeds and a side of fruit, or cottage cheese. Add that cottage cheese to an avocado toast with some scrambled eggs, and boom, you have got your breakfast. And hey, why not add some leftover chicken from the night before? That counts too, right? Don't let dinner protein have to be dinner. It can also be breakfast. I don't want you to overthink it though. I just want you to ask in every single meal or every time you eat, where's the protein? Because you want to shoot for at least 25 to 30 grams when you break your fast. It's going to set your tone for the whole day. Okay, habit number 2. This is one that I wish I could go back and tell myself sooner. And it's stop relying on cardio and start building that strength. Because when you're in your 40s and you're still trying to outrun all of the weight, your body is going to still feel puffy, tired, and stuck. Here's why. So after 40, women lose up to 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every single year if they're not strength training. I need you to hear that. You're losing muscle, okay? And that's not just for now, but think about when your kids are older, right? And you have grandkids and you want to be able to do things with them, right? You need that muscle for life. So when you lose muscle, your metabolism is going to slow down because muscle is actually metabolically active. So this isn't just being toned, it's about having enough muscle to keep your body functioning well. And more muscle means more calories burned at rest, better blood sugar control, less inflammation, fewer cravings, and honestly, just more energy, right? And so how does that feel to you? You want to think of your muscle like the engine in a car. The stronger and more efficient it is, the more fuel it burns, right? You think about a big car compared to a small car, and you're burning more fuel even when you're sitting still. And so without strength training, it's like trying to drive up a hill with a lawnmower engine. You're not going to get very far. And you don't have to ditch walking because I walk every day. It's actually getting your steps in matters, and it's part of my method as well. But strength training, that's going to really change everything. And what I usually recommend within my method is that in strength training, you want to do 3 workouts, at least 3 a week, okay? And they can be 30 minutes at home. They don't have to be in the gym, right? You're going to do a mix of full body and upper and lower, right? You can get up and do it before the kids are up, or you can do it while dinner's in the oven. 30 minutes, it's not much. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to make it consistent because consistency is going to outweigh perfection every single time. And, strength training isn't optional after 40. Right? It's your secret weapon. And I don't want you to think that you have to be going to the gym, right? You can do it at home. And when you become the kind of person who chooses strength on purpose, that's just who you are, right? That's who you become. So I want you to let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to strength training right now? Is it time? Is it confidence? Is it not knowing where to start? Drop it below because I would love to help. Okay. All right. Let's talk about habit 3. And this is really important because it sneaks up on most of us. And that is balancing your blood sugar and making sure that you're eating balanced meals to help support it. And so if you feel like you're eating healthy, but you're still bloated and you're exhausted and maybe you're craving sugar, it's probably actually a blood sugar thing. You don't necessarily need to wear a glucose monitor or cut out every carb to fix it. But what you do need to do is stop eating meals that spike your blood sugar and then crash like a toddler without a nap. Okay. And here's what that roller coaster looks like. So you start your morning with coffee and maybe a banana, a granola bar, or maybe you grab like a couple bites of the waffle that was on your kid's plate. Okay, that's going to cause your sugar spike. And then your energy is going to tank, and now you're craving something fast and carby again. And then you crash mid-afternoon. And then you head back to the pantry because that whole cycle has started all over again. And so that's why protein is so important that we talked about earlier, because that up and down blood sugar roller coaster, that's going to keep your body in fat storage mode, and it sends your cravings and your energy and your mood all over the place. So here is something that is going to help you. And I want you to remember this. You're going to build your meals around 3 anchors: protein, fiber, and healthy fats. This trio is going to help slow your digestion, balance your blood sugar, and keep you full longer so your body isn't constantly asking for snacks and sugar. It's not a diet, okay? It's just a formula for you to think long term about how to balance those meals. So I want you to think of it like this. Carbs are your fuel, okay? And protein and fat, those are like your seatbelt and your steering wheel. And without them, your fuel is just going to flood your system and it's going to burn out fast. But with them, you get steady energy. You're going to have better workouts and fewer crashes and easier fat loss. And so this is what it looks like in real life. Maybe you have grilled chicken tacos with avocado and coleslaw. Or maybe you have a salmon bowl with rice, cucumber, and a little bit of olive oil. You could have ground turkey chili with beans and a side of greens. Or maybe you have a burger with roasted potatoes and some arugula tossed in lemon and olive oil. Okay? Those aren't fancy meals and they're not hard, but they are balanced and that they're going to help keep your blood sugar stable so that your body can actually respond. So if you're tired of feeling like you're having to cut out carbs all the time or be good to see progress, please hear me on this. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about building your plate the right way. And honestly, that's the part that nobody teaches us, and it's a game changer. If this is starting to click and you're thinking, why has no one explained this to me before? That's exactly why I created the Break Free from Dieting Guide. It's a free guide that's going to walk you through 3 simple shifts just like this, designed specifically for busy moms over 40. You're going to have just habits, real life things that you can actually do. So grab it below, and it's the perfect next step if you're tired of guessing and you just want a clear path forward. So if you've been feeling stuck and frustrated, or you feel like nothing's working anymore, you're not crazy and you're definitely not alone. What's been missing isn't more discipline, it's strategy. The strategy that actually fits the busy season of your life. And you don't just have to sit around waiting for that perfect time to start. You just need to start with the right things, like the 3 shifts we talked about today. So if this is home, grab that guide below, and it's going to break down everything in a simple way with real examples so you can actually stick to it even on your busiest weeks. And don't miss my next video because we're talking about the 3 biggest fat loss myths that are actually probably still stuck in your head. And one of them might be the reason you haven't seen results yet. So if you've been told your metabolism is broken or that carbs are the enemy, you need to see this. So make sure you hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.